much better, more comfortable in game 2. I know it's only one game, but do they stick to that now?
I'll say something here.
Okay.
I love seeing Fear on carry heroes.
Okay.
That is my, like, for always. Every time I've seen Fear playing, man.
I love seeing Fear on tempo carries. I love seeing Fear on Lycan, on Juggernaut, on Sven the way he plays Sven.
Gyro. Okay.
Yes,
I'm down for that. Fair enough.
All right, so we're going to move Fear to carry, Samael back to mid, and Arteezy's going to go off lane.
What won them TI5?
Just move it around, man. Just get just lane matchups.
All right, let's get into draft number 3. Bans
Same bands, but
completed.
this time it's Tusk instead of Earth Spirit banned by Penta.
Yeah, didn't
Penta are going to take the PL. Okay. Little mixing things up.
I like my Fear's reaction was pretty much like ours. He was kind of like, okay then. We baited them. They took it. Interesting.
So
I did notice at the end of game 2, by the way, when we cut to Penta's. There was a bit of consternation in there. They were a bit argumentative. I mean, healthy, I think, in that instance that they're kind of like, guys, what the hell?
Yeah, they had one player in particular that looked quite unhappy. They're not going to call anybody out.
They're a vocal bunch. They definitely were just... It's good to do that, though, right? It's just like, why would we ever do this? It's a small argument, fine. Get rid of it,
I did wonder whether they might decide to ban this, but they've allowed it to go through, and EG are going to take it.
Yeah, this hero is absurd.
I think both teams, given how prominently these two heroes have featured in the series so far and the tournament so far, both teams know that leaving these two heroes on the table, it's going to get picked against you.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a strong opener.
Yeah, it really is.
Like in Bane. And again, this is for the 3rd game in a row. It's first pick Penta, Dire EG.
Yes, I think EG is pretty clear. They chose the Dire side when they had priority in game 1. It is unusual.
Yeah, most others are focusing Radiant.
Well, Radiant's been, at least in the last patch, Radiant's been better. In this patch, no. First pick Radiant has the advantage, but there are a lot. I see a lot more variety in terms of what side and what pick order teams prefer in this patch than the last.
I mean, Dire just has. It's like you gotta weigh these advantages. Radiant has like a little bit of like this Roshan kind of advantage. We were discussing yesterday. Well, Dire, they have.
I'm a big fan of the whole dual Roshan pits. I think having another Roshan pit at the bottom of the river and having alternate spawns.
Let's get back to this draft.
No, let's talk about this.
I'll leave it off.
Let's talk about Agonim's ideas as well.
Kill me now.
So they take the Tide right away.
We're filling, Alan.
No, all right. So you got me wanting to talk about it.
We could fill 45 minutes on that subject alone, let alone this draft, that's for sure.
It's cool, go ahead. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, all right. That works.
So, OD banned. I think they just realized that Penta was really solid on that hero, honestly.
Yeah, so man, I am a little bit nervous just because in general, dual core opens have gotten punished so severely in like the last 6 tournaments I've watched. I think these are 2 heroes that are on the harder side to counter individually.
I feel like
a few teams have got away with it, though. But we're talking top 3 teams. We're talking the Secrets and Liquids of this world.
Yes.
I never see dual core.
Yeah, it's maybe once in 20 drafts for either team right now.
So they have to get rid of these kind of push heroes, this push lineup with Lycan, of course, so they take out this DK. So probably Death Prophet will be the next ban.
Actually, you know what, I don't mind the Tide here because I think Tide, like Sand King over the last season, has gone through this evolution where he's not solely about his ultimate anymore. Tide, with all the changes to Gush and to Anchor Smash, he is a hero that can now get into the backlines and threaten supports a little bit more than he was.
Can get eaten a bit by Lycan, though. Because Lycan is one of those heroes that just do so much damage.
Yeah, when he pops it, yeah.
And it gives EG something to think about as well. Gets them to focus on how do we deal with those two rather than what do we want to pick. Can sometimes throw drafters off.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying they can throw Misery off particularly, but it does give them something different to focus on.
Man, it's so weird seeing like the difference in priority in teams. I'm just seeing like PL Tide now, and then PL Tide like in Bane, and we didn't see anything even close to that yesterday.
I mean, the styles of drafting, right? When Crit was drafting before, it was almost like a PPD draft where he would be focusing on supports, then he would focus offlane, and then they would focus a carry on the mid, saving them to the last as long as they could. In the drafts, they were always about that.
Yeah.
Well, I've said this since 707 was released. I don't think we've seen a settled meta because the meta was still changing very actively up to the end of 706 at ESL One Hamburg, and the changes have kind of kept coming rapid fire since then. We haven't really ever settled down.
Yeah, I mean, some heroes, sure, we're going to share similarities, but other heroes, teams like, look, where's Bounty Hunter, right?
Yeah.
Secret and Newbie were first two picking yesterday.
So go back to the start of 707. There was no PL.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say,
yeah, it was very rare.
I dislike these bans. Let's see what the second one is from Penta, but I think Penta should be banning AoE team fight.
You don't think they should be banning push?
No, Penta know how to deal with push, and Penta can pick. Penta are good at a number of heroes that are fine at deep push. They can pick Elder Titan themselves.
Yeah, dealing with push is different though when there's something besides a Lycan. Is Lycan really just brute forces things so hard? That's my one concern.
Yeah, you're worried that Lycan and DK are just going to blow you off the map.
Something like just basically like that. Yeah, and I mean DK, he's not bad versus PL by any means.
So EG have had 3 consistent bans in all 3 rounds, right? The CK, the Brew, and the Eng. And the Last Dealer twice now.
5 seconds.
So now's where EG would traditionally pick up their second support, their Witch Doctor.
Yeah, they've been leaving Samael for last in most of their picks.
They can go for something like those melee ones, right? Like a Sand King or something.
Yep, Sand King Slardar would be okay, I think.
One we're missing? I mean, the Earth Spirit's still there too, right?
Earth
they wanted
Spirit.
it. Earth Spirit or Sand King, I
don't
think,
know that silences lose a lot of value against Tide, though.
Yeah, they do.
Just look at that EG team. When
There's
you
Earth Spirit
anyway.
Yeah, that's just the easy answer. And there's the Elder Titan. This is what I
want. Elder Titan, yeah.
I just think that Elder Titan, it's just like Game 1. You gotta be careful on how you analyze Game 1 because I think it's easy to underestimate how well Penta had to play in those fights to win that game. That the Elder Titan, unless you have another team that is just taking fights and controlling the side lane equilibrium really well, Elder Titan can make it so hard to end the game.
So typically this is usually... Okay.
They're gonna go for the Sven.
Very good versus Elder Titan. And you get that plus armor on everybody.
Yep.
And it helps you. This is going to help you siege. Gives them an actual form of lockdown as well. And now we don't... What are the lanes? We got a Lycan and a Sven on the same team. They're just...
Well, same problem as in the last... Yeah. But that's the thing, that it's the same problem in the last game. But then if you have... This is where you're really glad that you have Sam in your ear during the draft, because these drafts, these sort of flex lane drafts, are so much more powerful when you have that fifth pick trump card that pulls it all together.
So they do leave Samael's hero till last. Now, generally speaking, it's been Arteezy that's ran the Sven, and Fear has run on the Lycan.
Yeah.
But we know that Arteezy can play that Lycan as well, so depends which way they go. But in the last patch, in 707 completely, it's always been Fear on the Lycan. And Arteezy on the Sven.
Okay. I was literally about to say, has Penta played much Void? Okay.
I still think it leaves you... Wow. I still think it leaves you very cooldown dependent now.
Exactly, yeah. They really need like Void Elder Titan pretty much every single time for these team fights to go well.
10 seconds.
Yeah. I guess 9 plays the Void then? And they leave that Tide for the off?
Radiant team ban.
Oh, you mean Arc, right?
Arc. No, Arc's gonna be the PL.
Sorry,
yeah, because 9 got booted recently.
Yeah, Arc will be
left. We don't know.
PL, Oliver, Void. Yeah.
You think Oliver will take the Void?
I think so.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, it is Penta. This is one of their big strengths too. That all 3 of their cores are somewhat interchangeable. But if you look at how the region's been going, especially the CIS teams have been favoring Carry Void.
Is EG looking at Beastmaster here, you think?
Oh, but these aren't the CIS team, Alan.
These are a European team now.
I think I like this Wyvern. I actually think EG, they banned the Witch Doctor. That's why I was thinking Beastmaster, and it works so well with the Lycan, but now Wyvern actually might make them not want to pick it so much. But
they seem pretty happy. Yeah, they seem pretty happy with that.
It's really hard to do that. This is part of the reason that you see the dual support opens. It's hard to win the game with a 5th support pick. But this Winter Wyvern is a very, very good
There's a lot of lockdown in this team as well.
Wyvern blows up the Sven.
Bat Rider, I mean,
it blows up the team with the Sven hitting it. Wyvern is so sick against Lycan because his own book can kill him so easily.
I really think EG was looking at Beastmaster here, and I think now they're like, okay, we have to switch it up. So, Puck's ban, I think that was the option that they wanted. I think they may still go for the Bat Rider, or maybe they. What's the other one I was just thinking of? I had another one.
I think Bat is so much worse in this game than it was in the last game.
It absolutely is.
You don't think they still go for the Beast?
No, I think Beast with what you have on the table against Winter Wyvern is asking for trouble. I think you can just go, man, can you Omni? You've been saying it in the first two games, Paul.
Yeah, we missed it this time round.
That's a pretty damn good Omni pick versus this
it is.
Repel and GA versus all this mass AoE team fight.
This is a really good draft. This is a draft where it came down to both teams had really good fifth picks, and whoever picked last was going to have the advantage, and I think EG picked well enough to give them that advantage.
I think both teams seem happy with their drafts, though, Fold.
This is really good.
Yeah, I think EG's... I was saying it before, I think the faster-paced teams usually have been looking more successful for me, so I think EG's is just a bit more fast-paced, and Penta's too cooldown reliant.
Okay, so you're going with EG.
Yeah, I think Lycan's also just
no surprise there whatsoever. The former EG player, fanboy.
Thanks.
I got to go with EG. I
hear it every time.
But I think Penta has a real chance. I think Penta has a real chance in this game.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. This is not a stomp.
All right, I like that. No, okay. He's not fully confident on the Penta hype train, but he's not far off it, is he? Which way do you go? Let us know via all the social media channels. Hashtag ESL One as we head into game number 3. Penta Sports versus Evil Genesis. All yours, boys.
Prepare.
Thank you very much, Red Eye. And indeed, the deciding game between these two sides. The last game, of course, for one of them, EG versus Penta, game 3. And there's a Sven, this time in the hands of EG. Penta couldn't do it. Can EG show Penta how to do it?
I don't know, man. I am not a big believer in this hero, I will say. However, Arteezy has looked very impressive on the Sven in some of his most recent games. I would say, in fact, the most impressive Sven I've seen lately. I believe they even actually lost that game. But the way he was making these big maneuvers and big plays, he was just... You have to do that stuff as Sven. You know, you got to find that big fight that brings you back in the game, and it was one of those moments where he was really able to succeed on the Sven, something like that. So we'll see if he can do it again. The last pick, Omni, we were kind of discussing the other possible option. I think probably would have been the Abaddon. We've seen a lot of teams go for that, so you can use the ulti to take off the rabbit for yourself, and then you pop the shield on someone else, and you counter it that way. But with so much wombo combo as well, looks like DNZ is...
Oh, he's going to stop! He's going to be fine! Oh, no, actually, he's not. Wow, he's got the roll back up in 5 seconds. I think is he going to go for it, crit? Nah, he can't.
He's
there's too much there. He gets away.
Okay. But yeah, with all the wombo combo, I think Abaddon probably wouldn't have worked out too well. You're dealing with Chronospheres, you're dealing with the stomps. You know, there's only so many things that you can use that shields over and over, whereas just the permanent repel and a little bit easier to execute GA, a better choice in my opinion. So I like that aspect of EG's draft, but overall, I'm more favorable towards the Penta one. I feel like if I saw EG with that Penta draft, I would be like, this game's over. Like, good luck.
They do still have strong heroes. Oh, there we go. We'll watch it again. I mean, how low did he get?
It this time?
How low did he get? 10, 8, or 9, 8 HP it went down to. Oh, that was a close one, DNZ.
Oh, and look, the pause is over. These replays are great. Getting right through things here.
There we have it. I think one thing though that EG will also be pretty happy with is getting Fear on the Lycan again. He had a very good Lycan game. Top of the net worth for pretty much the majority of that game too. So we'll see if he can once again pull out a similar performance. It's going to be maybe a little bit harder. He's not in that side lane. He is going to be taking the Lycan towards the mid, where he's going to find the PL and the Wyvern. But I imagine is this EG getting the matchups that they want, or is this Penta getting the matchups they want? Do you think?
Overall, it looks pretty good for EG, I would say. Pretty content with where I'm sitting right now. Fear is going to be the big question mark, but if he can survive to level 3, second Feral Impulse, things will be good. Overall, I like the way that they've been maneuvering around in terms of like the net worth distribution and just how much farm everyone's getting. The past few days, almost like the full week now, we've just been seeing Fear on DP or DK, and he's been very lackluster in terms of like what they're giving him in terms of net worth and everything. He only has so much he can do with that much gold. That's the role that they're being handing over to him. But last game on that Lycan, that was the Fear that we want. You know, this guy's getting really aggressive, gets some gold, makes things happen across the map. So see if he can do that again here in this mid lane setup.
Boogie getting the taunts out down bottom, trying to do his best to disrupt the farm of Arteezy, but at the moment not looking to be too easy for the Tide to do so. So Arthur is more than fine, 6 for 4 CS, and Boogie being zoned out by the presence of the Bane as well. Mid lane, looking again from the Wyvern to try and harass Fear down. But as you say, he's hitting level 3, he's believed to have the Ring of Course queued up first, and as soon as he has those in his tool set, the regen's going to be more than enough to help sustain him against that aggression.
9-1 already, 10-1. He looks great. He's being pressured by 2 heroes, but he's the Lycan.
Playing it very nicely mid there. And here we have already the tasty 7 regen and reach 300 gold. Once he has both of the rings, they're going to need more than 2 heroes to harass that Lycan out of lane, and that's something that Penta might not be interested in there. Maybe more focused on trying to put their efforts elsewhere. At the moment, it's a lot of focus on Sumail. They do have the 3 heroes up here. For a bit of a setup with the Stomp, bringing RMN forward, but there's the backup from Crit, comes in with the roll to slow down Oliver. In return, RMN will get the slow. The burn onto both of them. Crit falling very low. They don't want to dive it. They know Sumail's there. He's got that level 2 in the purification. It's very hard for these 3 heroes up top of Penta to make a go, but at the same time, it feels like there's not really a lane where there's a clear place for Penta to make the plays early on. And now EG, they're actually looking to try and fight back into this one as Crit rolls back forward. It may cost him his life. Can they get the first kill? DNZ falling low. They can't. DNZ's going to be able to get away. And with that bash, Penta will be the ones to get first blood. It looks so close to EG being the ones to find the successful kill, but they just couldn't get it.
Yeah, very nice for the side of Penta. They're trying to find something with these 2 heroes. As you said, not the best like roamers and gankers necessarily. They're just trying to secure this. You're in a tough matchup with the Omni Knight. You can pretty much 1v1 anyone, so you might as well bring the supports up here and try and help out Oliver a little bit. And compared to Crit and his game 1 on the Elder Titan, it looks like DNZ is going to have a much nicer time this game. You know, Fogged, he's been going on about this Elder Titan.
I mean, it is a great hero.
He spams it. You know, I don't want to slander the guy, but he plays a hell of a lot of Elder Titan. And I know that he gets very excited when he sees heroes like Winter Wyvern or Faceless Void or Tidehunter on his team. All these big AoEs. Yeah, that's what Elder Titan needs to build off of. That's what Crit was missing when he was playing the hero in game number 1. So DNZ certainly has a big opportunity in this match to really take over as long as the rest of the team can make it to that mid game either ahead or at least some sort of an even pace with EG.
Now Misery making sure that Boogie doesn't find much at all from that bottom lane. Only 2 CS on this Tide, getting pretty much nothing because of this the way that Bane is able to
Bane with Arcane Room.
Wow, that's
filthy.
Good luck with trying to get yourself close with the amount of saps and nightmares. Still, early days. CS does look very good for EG. Just the 3 heroes, 3 cores sort of matched against each other. EG with the lead in all of them. And in fact, with that brain tap, Boogie's falling low, and I think he may have just given up his life. With a Nightmare, buys time for Misery to get some pre-hits in, and the final touch from Arteezy to seal the deal gets EG the kill. The same time up top though, Sumail falling low. In fact, I don't think he's getting out of this one. Purification is still on cooldown for a couple of seconds. Can he do it? He cannot. The final right click from DNZ takes down the Omni Knight. So Penta do find a kill in return. But I'm looking at the farm on both Arteezy and Fear. It's looking pretty scary for Penta. Both of these big cores are getting the big starts that they need, and we saw what they were able to do with that in game 2.
Yeah. Looks like Sumail maybe punished a bit there just because of Crit rotating around, grabbing bounty runes, stacking some camps. A lot easier on the bottom half of the map where Misery is just lurking near Arteezy the entire time. He just goes and stacks the Ancients, and then just goes back to harassing Boogie, giving him a terrible life. I mean, both of them level 3. That's an excellent goal as a support. Where you can keep the offlaner at your own level, you feel very good about the situation.
Crap. Not from the high ground.
Like DNZ just walked right past. Hello. There he is.
He's going to get him out of the neighborhood. RMM will be there as well, but Crit, of course, will be fine. Holds himself up to the high ground. But as you say, definitely the biggest issue is the Tide this game. Like how, in terms of for Penta, how much he's going to be able to actually do for the side, because Boogie, he's level 3, it's the same as the supports, and he is getting absolutely nothing from this offlane.
I think the way EG have this set up with the Sven too, this kind of shows what I think Penta were trying to do last game when they put the Sven mid. Because the support wants to camp with the Sven, but he also needs to be stacking Ancients. And you can do that from the Radiant mid, but you can't do that from the Radiant off lane or safe lane. You know, the Ancients just aren't close enough to actually do that effectively. Whereas on the Dire side, you're running the Sven in the off lane. This is great for Misery. He's keeping the creeps near the tower from the Sven just by controlling the wave, and then Misery's able to keep stacking these Ancients. So
yeah.
that gold's going to be stacking up much easier for the Sven this game, and going to make the hero look a hell of a lot better than when Penta played it.
Towards the mid lane, here goes Misery. Has that DD with a Nightmare. That's going to buy him time to get a few right clicks in if he wishes to do so. Oh, he actually taken off nicely by the illusion of Arc, allowing him time to doppelganger up to the high ground. Fear continuing to chase though with the shapeshift and Crit's control from the boulder smash. By some time, Arc able to get himself to the side with the rush, and that is it going to be enough to save him? Fear looking to chase the stomp from TNC, doesn't quite catch the Lycan, but the body blocks. Is it enough? Arc's juking around. No, he still goes down. Arc will fall. And at the same time, it's a double kill for Misery. The DD Bane having full impact on that mid lane with Fear and Crit ready to dive in and dive in deep. And that's the great thing with any sort of hero that can commit like an Earth Spirit with the Lycan. They're just going to run at mid lane at this point of the game, and there's not much you can do without mass TP rotations, and they just didn't come out from Penta.
Yep, ideal hero to go for.
Yeah.
Really try and slow down this PL. And with the build now these days, where everyone's maxing the Phantom Rush, just not going to be a very difficult kill to get in comparison to maybe even like maxing Phantom Lance or something, and like just throwing out some lances at this guy would have been feeling a lot better.
I'm going to look towards Fear. I know they haven't got that ultimate. Let's start to set up time for them to come close and surround him, and they should be able to claim this kill. So they will be able to punish Fear for sticking around a little too long. I say that, it's they'll get it. DNZ. Oh, there we go. The regen of the Wolfman, not quite strong enough. We'll need a buff.
Some space created right there, so they're going to try and put a deep ward in there from the Wyvern. Maybe keep an eye on some of these Sven plays, but he's mostly playing still in the Southern Hemisphere. Man, he's going way around. All right, I love this. See, like, Wyvern goes in there, up the staircase, and he's looping all the way back around with the smoke to try and get some wards down over here. And this is going to allow them to try and contest this Ancient Stack when it happens. Do they have the heroes for it? They do. They have a Chronosphere. He can TP relatively closely on the Shrine. They have the Elder Titan. They have the Wyvern. That's the big game plan now for Penta.
Look at this down bottom. Poor old Boogie. He's having a rough one down, and not only is he getting enough, he has got the backup of his friends though. DNC comes in with a stomp. It's not going to be enough to save him though. And in fact, DNC has to be a bit careful himself. There's still 3 heroes here ready to surround him. Iron Man does come in, trying to help DNC stay alive. Crit and Misery falling low. It's a nice Chrono. We'll catch both of them. RTZ gets away, but the 2 supports will pay for this. As Misery taken down, Oliver, great rotation, comes in with that Chrono and secures himself a double kill.
Yep, and that should be back up and ready again by the time RTZ tries to get those Ancients as well, so they're still going to be ready to contest. You know, he's still a ways away. Not too far to get on the Sven, not too many levels. And some space created for the PL mid. So breaking down the net worth chart at this point, you can see the Sven and the Lycan are looking quite hardy. There is the Void, but then there's also the Omni. We haven't seen Sumail in a while. That pressure's been very relieved off him up there.
And he's getting aggressive. He's level 8. He sees a level 5 Tide. He starts running it, and so does Fear and Crit. Coming in with the Shapeshift, the Boulder Smash, the Purification, more than enough burst to bring down this very much starved Tide Hunter who's had this tough start. At any time he comes to lane, he is going to get run at. Not only something you'd expect with a Tide, there's not the hero that you do dive upon, but when he's as sort of low level as Boogie is, you're going to go from every time with these heroes.
Backed up with Purification as well. Heavy pure damage to rip right through that Kraken shell. And Fear, how about the way he's been playing with his Helm of the Dominator? Everyone's been so focused about getting it around that 5-minute mark, getting the catapult, using that for the push and the pressure, but he's much more concerned about getting some kills. You know, he's been grabbing the Centaurs, he's been grabbing the Hellbears, he just runs at someone and tries to break them down before there's any sort of response from the side of Penta. So what they were missing in Game 1, you know?
Yeah, I think
just none of this pressure.
No, not just in Game 1, but some of the other games that we've seen from EG recently. This sort of decision to run it like this, sort of straying away from the DPs, the DKs, having Fear on this hero is Lycan. I mean, granted, Lycan is a very strong hero at the moment, but Fear is playing it on another level.
Yeah, he's actually stepping out of lanes, you know? Before he was just, he'd park in one lane, he would go until he TP'd out. Now he's moving through the jungles, getting out of the vision of the enemy team and making some surprise plays because of it. Misery trying the same thing here with a smoke. Oh,
he's got the Fiend Script to set up. There's the 3 members of EG coming forward. I don't know if there's any chance of this Void surviving. He's getting himself sometime with the Cold Embrace. Will he be able to tumble up? He will. Oh, he gets it off. There's not quite enough control after the Cold Embrace to keep that man in place. And now Penta, they're going to be able to turn it around. They turn towards Misery, take down the Bane. And the rest of EG forced away. Very nice save from the Wyvern. I thought Crit might have had enough control between the silence and the stun afterwards, but he didn't seem like he did.
Yeah, had to burn it all, and they couldn't get in there with RTZ either, just because of the spacing from the Wyvern. So excellent positioning there, able to save his life. But Fear's ready again. Ulti probably almost back up here.
May not even need it for this one if they can get close, but okay.
Yeah, there it is now.
Out
so
of
it's
time.
a bit late, perhaps, Someone oh, well, he's thinking about it. No.
It's, I mean, it'd be
I'm
a
worried
great
about
one.
this guy,
With
dude.
the cold embrace, it's like, you know, it's going to be like, sure, he might get it, but the chances are TPs are going to come in. He's going to be in a very bad position, especially with Oliver TPing down here. Chronosphere back online. And Fear would be a lovely target. If you can take him down, especially when he's got that ult, he's going to be held in place by the sleep. Oliver comes in. There's the Chrono into the ultimate from the Elder Tide. Do they have enough damage to bring him down before he's able to run away with that movement speed? They do not. Fear will be fine. Not quite enough damage with the committal of both of those ultimates. He'll get away. Top lane, Sumail. Should be fine. He's out of mana, but the Soul Ring's back up in a second. This.
Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed, but Sven is quite fat because he found that stack. He got it done, and the contest wasn't there.
This RTZ Sven. I mean, he had an incredible start. The 100 CS at 12 minutes in. That's more than enough for RTZ. Bottom lane, Oliver. He's being hunted. Time warp will be fine. But yeah, these three big cores of EG certainly proven to be the issue. And as we saw there, Penta don't get anything done with the Chrono, with the split from the Elder Titan. There's very little they can do during the downtime. But EG's just going to run at them because EG know that they have such a strong upper hand. And with the Fiend's Grip onto the Void, I don't know if he's getting out. I said that last time. This time, it's for sure. Crit is able to follow up the Fiend's Grip with the lockdown. That's only going to get worse and worse.
So 7k lead. This is a Sven game. You know, being so far ahead, this looks like the EG that people were expecting.
There we go. They're going to look to try and control us some. He does have a purification and a drum charge.
They've lost the bottom tower during this.
Ow. He's trying to get out, and he's actually going to make it as well. They just don't have quite enough damage. He's too beefy with that drums. Costly error from Penta. I mean, that's a Winter's Curse. We've seen numerous big ults used, and nothing has been found with them for Penta Sports. This is a massive worry for a lineup that is so reliant on just finding objectives with those cooldowns.
Yeah, I will say it's a little bit easier this game, I would say, for Penta to try and get back into it. Darkseer, much harder to set up for with all those other wombo combos in comparison to Faceless Void. So if they can try and go by chrono and have being backed up by the Curse, by the Ravage, as well as by the Elder Titan, there's a chance they can kind of claw their way back into this game. It's certainly not going to be easy. Oh, look, they found the Elder Titan, but they don't want to go for the dive. Buki's coming in with the TP. They know a Ravage is available. Crit tried to roll away. Nice body block from Arc. That should secure them the Earth Spirit kill. So it will indeed. They pick that one up. More money into the bank for Arc. He needs it. Still quite the difference between those cores and RTZ. 8k net worth on Sven as he continues to farm up an absolute treat camp to camp. I think the SMY on its way out in its full completion, and now we'll go straight towards the Blink Dagger. Even doing the exact same build. And yet a much different game and much earlier. Oh, Oliver has walked into a Necro Army. They do have the Chrono, but do they have the damage? I don't think they do. Again, two ultimates used. They're not doing anything with it. It's just he's not spreading enough. His units from the hero, so the Curse can't even be used on him. Here. Excellent job. And now RMN's out of mana. Meanwhile, Sumail's been able to take down Boogie, and now Crit coming in with the punish. This is all falling apart for Penta. This is getting pretty brutal. If they can't find the opportunity to do anything in these big team fights, I don't know how they can do it. Mid lane, trying to go into Misery, but RTZ's there. Oh, Misery will get the Fiend's Grip onto the wrong one. He does survive, though. It's like he lives. Doesn't get the kill, which would have been the dream for RTZ, being able to cut down Arc's PL. But what's the plan for Penta? I feel like they've got to smoke up. They've got to do something much more coordinated to really get back into this one. Yeah, they can't afford those like chronos that just don't get a kill. They have to be perfect. Should be a free one. Misery. That's the main down. But yeah, they need these big kills. They have to get one of the three cores of EG. His life's not going to be very easy, though, because Oliver... Yeah, he's got the Vanguard first. He's trying the Vanguard radius.
No, and look at this. Ravage will be there. Buys him time. Oliver doesn't have the Chrono for 60 seconds. He's trying to get himself away. Penta, they're doing their best to turn this one. As they're going on Crit, take down him, and turn towards RTZ, but RTZ is doing a lot. Winter's Curse isn't going to pull RTZ in, so Sumail will be fine. RTZ just dives under the tower, takes the life of the Wyvern. Penta desperately hoping to try and get something in response, but the GA comes through. They can't punch into RTZ for now, but it's a good sleep, holding him in place, so after the GA runs out Penta, they may be able to continue to chase it. Arc jumps forward with the double gang, but Arteezy just turns. He doesn't even need the God Strength to push them away with the right clicks that he's dealing with the S and Y at this stage. And look at bottom lane. They lose Arc Bid. Bottom lane Fear is pushing in onto your racks. Penta are just getting pulled apart. They'll have to pop the fortification and force Fear back. But EG, they are continuing to maintain this very strong and early lead. 11k net worth advantage, 16 minutes in. And this is, it's feeling like such a scary game for Penta. The split push threat, the fact that the RTZ Sven is as big as it is at this stage, and EG going into Roshan. Can Penta really do anything? I think they're going to have Chronosphere back up soon, but the other ults, they've already been used.
Yeah, you often hear in terms of like drafting from caps and everything, this idea of like they have so much team fight, like you can either go more team fight and you try and just keep matching and matching and matching, or you just go split push. And you're like, okay, we're just gonna dodge your fights. You know, your catch overall isn't that amazing from the side of Penta, and so Fear just always has his mind on these racks, always splitting the waves. And Penta, Mr. Oliver, I don't know, man. Like, I heard them debating about who Oliver was going to play. They're like, do you think it's going to be Oliver Void or Oliver PL? The first thing that came to my head was, well, you know, Void is better with Radiance. And I actually did, that was a joke. I didn't think he would actually do it.
Into the old classic one that was about when Wagger started doing on his stream. The Vanguard Radiance.
It's too bad. He's on the other stream, too. He would love this right now.
Well, I mean, it's not doing too great, so I don't know how much he'd love it.
Yeah, you have to actually finish the Radiance for it to be the build, I suppose. So we'll see if that actually happens this game.
See, the hunting from Misery has got a Fiend's Grip with Time Warp for Oliver.
This is space created.
It's true.
No, like, this Void is not. Where's that Radiance come from? You can't get it in the trees. They do not grow on trees, it turns out.
I mean, well, if you're Sumail, apparently they do, because he's managed to get his amount of minutes. It's going to be nearly complete on Sumail. Oh, they've got a Chrono. TP will be cancelled, so Sumail is on his own. They have got the rest of EG coming through. Can they kill Sumail in time? He's got the Purification and will be bashed up. They do get a big kill onto Sumail as he was closing in on the Radiance. That will put the recipe on hold for a little bit. The Penta that do manage to take down one of the cores, this time with their ults. About 600 gold away from Radiance on Sumail's Omni Knight. Arteezy, he's actually charging across. They do want to continue to try and take this fight. They've got the Fiend's Grip. Stun from Arteezy on the sidelines, cutting down the Wyvern, make sure there's no chance for a Cold Embrace or Winter's Curse. The spells from Crypt will miss initially, but it doesn't matter. They find Oliver in the tree lane. He's got one more time more. There'll be the blink forward. Same time down bottom though. Fierce trying for the Rat. Boogie will hold him in place with the Ravage. Oliver will get taken down with the God Strength from Arteezy. There is enough damage, and it looks like down bottom, the Ravage, sure, it stops the push. It's not going to get the kill. Fear just pops the Shapeshift, and he's able to run himself away.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You can even see just the concerns of Arteezy this game. He doesn't really care, because like, what's the point of buying a BKB? I'm up against Chrono, up against Winter Wyvern, so he's thinking, I'll just get an Orchid, because I have to focus the Wyvern anyway, and then I also want to stop the Void from getting his time walk off if we don't have the stuns in time or the silences from the Earth Spirit. So, excellent choice by him. We'll see if he goes for it, but I think that's definitely the right way to play this one after the blink. But I am very scared if I want to try and approach this one. DNZ just trying to zone them out with the Spirit and the Stomp. 80 gush damage from Boogie. That is not often taken. I can tell you that much.
It's not indeed. Normally, yeah, the 25 movement speed.
He's got that medallion though, you know. That's the value.
I guess. No. Right, you're confusing me now. Come on, you're meant to be the analyst.
Sorry,
the smart stuff.
I shouldn't be so rude.
Sure, Anchor Smash might be a bit.
He needs a Veil for that one. That's the build, clearly. But anyway, not gonna be happy.
Veil Tide.
The next level. And we had our Veil, Witch Doctor? That was a good game.
Yeah, who was that? That was a solo, wasn't it? Yeah. The brown boots Veil, Witch Doctor. This game, at least, they do have that team fight. That's the thing. But then again, that's what we were saying with the Darkseer. But also what you said, it's a little easier to execute with these heroes because they don't have a Darkseer. And it might be there for Penta, but overall, this is EG looking very different to the EG we saw in Game 1. It's been a series that's just been on the up and up. After the end of Game 1 for EG, as Game 2 looked great in Game 3. This is, you know, more looking to be what maybe people have expected when they sort of see the names, you know, these players in this sort of matchup. They might not know too much about Penta, obviously, would be seen as the underdogs in this matchup, and this sort of this difference between the sides is certainly what I think a lot of the viewers at home would have been expecting to see. You know, if you're EG, you do expect to have quite a lead in this matchup.
And there's been some issues with those EG standards lately.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
They're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, but this is more what the EG fans at home will be expecting to see from them. There's Oliver down bottom, caught up. He does have the time walk. and will be able to TP to safety mid lane. No, Arteezy's going in onto DNZ on the Elder Titan. Will keep himself alive. Cold Embrace is there just in time. Turn attention towards Ark. Doppelganger's back up to the high ground. EG will find the space to claim a tier 2. Oliver comes in. The Chrono and Winter's Curse being used at the same time. A little awkward, but it works out in the terms of setting for the Ravage and the Elder Titan on him, but it's not enough damage to get the kill. Now Arteezy is ready to respond. Heading forward. Fiend's Grip's there from Misery, holding the Void in place. Penta, they've lost one. Arteezy blinking up to the high ground, pushing the rest of Penta back. Ironman on the sidelines being beat upon by Fierce Lycan. He'll Cold Embrace himself up, but he's held in place. The Necro army brings him down. 2 down on Penta. Ark's gone as well. Arteezy just blinking in. Kill to kill to kill. Double kill for him. Crit rolls in. Will be held back by the 3-man sleep, but there's 4 heroes dead on Penta. On their last lifeline here at ESL Genting. They will hold on for now. They've still got a fortification. They do have buybacks on both the PL and the Void, but EG, they claim bottom lane. They move straight towards mid. They'll get 2 sets of racks for sure out of this, maybe more. We'll see. Ark has bought back, but the ults aren't there. Again, Penta, they threw everything into that last fight and they still couldn't come out on top. And with the Necro books back up, EG, Fear will move for more onto the top lane. They've got the stun onto Ark, holding him back. Crit there with the Boulder Smash follow-up. What can Penta do? Oliver jumps in, but he hasn't got a Chrono available. Arteezy repelled up, turns straight towards the Void. Cold Embrace will be there to buy Oliver some time. Boogie's not going to be quite as fortunate though. Arteezy cut through the tide. Winter's Curse will mean the death of Misery, as Misery gets beaten down by his own teammates. In response for his performance in game 1, Arteezy gets the stun onto the Wyvern, cuts them down. This game is more than over. Triple kill for Arteezy. Will he get a rampage? I don't think he will. He's not going to get the chance to. GG is called. Penta Sports come to the end of their line here at ESL Genting, and EG clean things up after game 1. Step it up to another level.
Victory.
Look at that.
Oh my god, they are jumping with joy. Oh,
wow.
I believe that says expected. That's what that says to me. You know, they were like, okay, guys, we dropped game 1.
They're probably still thinking about game 1, isn't it? For EG, I think you're going to be happy that you did win the series, of course, but this isn't necessarily a series that you should be celebrating about for them. They get knocked down. They have a rough performance in game 1. They do manage to get through, but they are going to have to continue to step it up as the